been a while since we have done a fresh finds in this room. It's been a while since we've had a haul like this, but in the last few days we've had a lot of really great stuff come in. So I think it's time to open some cases and see what we got. This is gonna be a little different than some of the recent fresh finds, as lately we've been doing stuff where we just set it up, it's just about to go on the site, and then we do a fresh finds for it. Whereas this, almost all this like just came in, so some of these aren't set up yet, but we're gonna dig into them anyway. We got even more than this in the last few days, but these are some of my favorites. Really happy to find all this stuff. So far this year, we've definitely been finding more like guitars, like 1 or 2 at a time, and haven't been finding as many like whole collections. And this isn't all from one buy, but probably the best haul of the year so far. We're gonna start here. This is the only one in a gig bag today, and this probably gives away what it is, of course. A Gibson Les Paul Tribute Gold Top, which looks really, really great in person. These tributes feature a much thinner, like kind of matte finish, so this is gonna wear really well over time. Pretty cool stripped back Les Paul. I really like the Tribute series. I will say if you're looking for a standard, I know a lot of people, they're kind of aiming for a standard, they see the pricing with the Tribute and they think maybe I'll stop short and go there. I wouldn't do that. It's not a standard. I almost put this more in the realm of something like a special, but with the aesthetics of a standard. So I do like it for those reasons, but if you're after a standard, go for that. But if you want like a cool gold top thing like this, you like the thin finish, you like these appointments, the Tribute line's pretty sick. Also our friend Kyle, who plays in Secret Keeper with me and Thomas, just picked up his own Tribute, so there you go. We'll go to an acoustic next. And this is one of my favorites that we're gonna look at today. We're starting very strong. Here we have a limited run Gibson John Lennon signature J160E. This one is number 120 of 250 for 1999. So obviously only made 250 of these. And a lot of the other ones, the finish looked a little different than this one. So this one definitely aged its own way, which is really cool. It sounds great, it plays great. Obviously, being the 160E, it is an electric. You do get the knobs on here. So let's go see what this one sounds like. We'll show you what this one sounds like with a mic in front of it, which is my favorite way to hear an acoustic guitar, as well as with the just the regular output on here, but it sounds a lot better with the mic. But let's hear it. Moving away from Gibson for just a moment, we're gonna check out a Gretsch. So this is a 57 reissue Duojet G6128. This one is from 2004. Also sounds really great. This one hasn't been set up yet, so excited to get this one on the bench. But this is rad. This is one of the made in Japan Gretsch guitars, and is actually one of the only non-US guitars we're gonna look at today. This is one of 2 that are not USA guitars. As far as Japanese stuff, we actually do have a pretty crazy haul coming up, but not here yet, so we'll have to wait and see on all that. Very, very cool Gretsch, and we don't get a lot of Gretsches, so I was very excited to find this one, and I like this a lot. Gibson brown case, what could it be? This is a very Alex guitar, and this is not the only one of these that we've picked up recently, but here we have a Gibson Les Paul Junior. This one is from 1991, and of course features the Tune-o-matic, as well as a P100 instead of a P90 here, which I really enjoy for these. This example is really, really clean. We actually picked up 3 more of these a little while back at the Sarasota Guitar Show from Diablo Guitars. Shout out to Diablo Guitars and Parker. So this will be the 4th one of these that we've had recently, but this one's super, super clean. Obviously got the case, but what's even cooler is the case candy it comes with, if that's something you're into. Original owner's manual, and even this original book, which I'd actually never seen until this guitar, at least for this model. Get your adjustment tools there. Pretty rad. We're gonna stay in theme here, and we got 2 of these at the same time. We're just gonna show one today, as they're both the same color. I was just kidding, this is not the guitar I thought it was. We're gonna show this one anyways. This is one of the like really brand new Gibson double treble Les Pauls. So these have a slightly aged finish and double white pickups. Very sick aesthetic. Just kind of a higher echelon version of the standard. And I really, really like this one. This is very minty. It smells brand new. We actually got this in from another shop that I don't think ever actually sold it at retail, so it's not new because we're not an authorized dealer, but it is in excellent condition and it's ready to be enjoyed. Being that this is in the condition it's in as well, it does have all the case candy in here, as well as a strap that has not been used. This emanates the smell of vanilla. Unfortunately, you can't smell it in the video, but if you know, you know. By process of elimination, this has to be the one I thought we were about to open. We did not get 2 double troubles, so that would be pretty ironic with the name. We did get 2 Ebony Juniors from the original collection, and here's one of them. Classic Les Paul Junior. I like the necks on these. They're very like 59-ish profile. They're not crazy thick, but they're definitely not slim 60s like you'll see on a lot of the reissue guitars. So if you like something that's kind of right in the middle, a little bit on the thicker end, these are sick. They're straightforward. What's not to love? This is a very good reissue of the Junior at a very accessible price point. So I'm very pro the original collection Juniors, and I'm very excited to have not just gotten one, but I've gotten 2 of these. And this one, once again, we've got case candy. Again, unused. Just crazy. These tools are really handy. Underrated, but these always come with these guitars. But yeah, some other paperwork and stuff in there, but we're gonna keep moving. This might have to be the thumbnail, we'll have to see. This is like, trying to think of the word, this is maybe the rowdiest guitar I've had in a while. This is the craziest condition-wise. This is not something I would always gravitate towards based on its condition, but based on the attributes of the guitar, I absolutely would. And I'm glad that I took the gamble, if you will, on this, as this turned out to be incredibly sick. Oh man. So this is a SG90 single pickup Gibson SG. And the finish currently looks like this. This example is from 90, we have it in our, 1988. Whoever checked this in listed the color as WTF. I don't know what happened here. My guess is that somebody had big hopes and dreams of doing some sort of refinish and never actually like made it happen, because the back is all, for the most part, the way it's supposed to be. And this looks incredible. I wish the rest of the guitar looked like this. It's probably good it doesn't, because if it did, I'd have to keep this because it's just incredible. But somebody clearly had the classic X tape back there at some point. But yeah, much of the finish has been sanded or worn off, and you know, one or the other. And it's been gone through, but super light. One of the lightest SGs we've had in a long time, and it plays great. Like this is ready to rock. So what do you do with this? I don't know. Do you refinish it? Do you just rock it the way it is? I don't have the answers for that. The player who grabs this one is gonna have to make that choice, but I was pleasantly surprised. Let me know below in the comments, what would you do with this? Would you refinish this? Would you leave it the way it is and enjoy it? I'm curious to see your guys' thoughts. This was a one-off. This did not come in with any of the other stuff, so I have no idea. I don't know who did this. I don't know what happened. They were only responsible, to my knowledge, for this monstrosity, and everything else has been unscathed by the artist in question here. This is a hard to find one, like really hard to find. I don't know how many they made, but not many. This is a very limited run Fender American Vintage 70s reissue Stratocaster. They did a 70s reissue Strat and Jazz Bass around the same time, where they didn't call it a particular reissue year, they just said 70s. Usually the American Vintage line will be like 72 or like a particular year, but this is not the case for that. But this one's all blacked out, black matching headstock. I really like how they did the Fender logo in white, as you don't always see that on the black matching headstocks, but it makes this thing really pop. Very vibrant, very sick. And it's very clean too. Now this guitar is not all original. The previous owner actually put Seymour Duncan's in this, so it comes with the Seymour Duncan covers, but the original pickups weren't in here, so we're gonna leave it with the Duncans, as it actually sounds really great the way it is now, as you'd expect. But yeah, case candy and all. I don't know why this is in here. This has nothing to do with this guitar. Maybe they had hopes and dreams of putting these on there, but they never did, so those are still the presumably correct saddles. But yeah, once again, excited to get this one on the bench, excited to set it up, but it's already really clean, and it's already playing quite well. Cool case too. You don't always get the orange liner. Very Halloween. Here's the only other guitar in this video that is not a USA made guitar. It comes in a Comes in this G&G case. A lot of G&Ns going on there. It is a Fender. And actually I made a Mexico Fender. The board definitely needs some oil, so we'll have to work on that. But this is one of the quite hard to find Fender blacktop baritones. Easily one of my favorite guitars that Fender has ever made in their Mexico line. I like the blacktop series overall, but the coolest one is definitely the HSS blacktop baritone Telecaster, as it's one of the only times that Fender has done a proper baritone. And we love baritones here, so excited to get this in. We've been really fortunate over the years to have quite a few of these come through, but it's been a while, so excited to see this one. And I will definitely be spending some time with this once it gets set up. It's got a fitted case too, so love that. And it fits the baritone quite well. This will stick with its G&L case. So once I see this one, I'll know what's in the other one. Currently it's a mystery. Oh yeah, this one needs a lot. This is very ready to be cleaned up and set up, but this is a Fender Eric Clapton signature USA Strat. Very sick, got his signature lace sensor pickup set up here. And yeah, otherwise, pretty straight ahead Strat, kind of in the realm of like a 57 reissue. Kind of a soft V thing going on here with the neck. I have not really spent any time with this yet as it's not set up, but pretty cool, and excited to see what this one looks like once we actually get it cleaned up. Some case candy. Get this nice Fender Musical Instruments paper there. We've got another Strat here. Another guitar from the American Vintage line. And this is a 57 reissue Strat. Black, maple board, doesn't get any more classic than this. Quite a different neck profile on this one. This one's probably somewhere in the D territory, I'd actually say, somewhere between C and D. Not a V at all, a lot flatter, a lot thinner, but very, very sick. This one is in really great shape overall. And yeah, you love to see it. We've had a number of these come through over the years. I've probably seen more of these with more of like a V-type neck than this, but so this one's a little unique, but pretty cool Strat. Only get the tremolo arm, no other case candy on this one. You don't even always get the tremolo arm on the way in with these. We always make sure to find trem arms for stuff if something doesn't come in with it, and we will note in the listing if it's a replacement, but you'd be surprised how many people just don't have the tremolo arms to their guitars. We're getting into all big cases now. This one's a little taller, so you'll never guess what's gonna be in it. Sticking with the American Vintage line. This is a 62 reissue American Vintage P-Bass. This one came in just like this, so once again, ready to be cleaned up, set up, but pretty sick. It's just a classic P-Bass, classic Sunburst, tortoise guard. Neck is actually pretty thin on this. It's a little wide as you'd expect for a P-Bass neck, but pretty sick. Not too bad of a weight too, kind of on the lighter side. And with this one, we got some case candy as well. The original strap here. Some paperwork. Congratulations on your purchase of a Fender Vintage reissue. And once again, get the book with your tools. I think this was just something that they did for Yamaha Music, for both Fender and Gibson at the time. You'll never guess what's in this case. 67 reissue, Ebony Flying V. And you get the original tag. Very original example here. This one is from 2000. Yeah, pretty clean. There's a few little dings on it down here, but overall, it's definitely been well cared for. And it's ready to rock. So who doesn't love a good Gibson Flying V? This is a model that we have not had too many of this year. We usually get quite a few, but 2025 has been slim for the Gibson Firebird. And here we have the vintage Sunburst, Gibson Firebird V. Here you go. This one is in fairly nice shape for its age. It definitely needs to be polished up a little bit, but this one is from 1996, so nearly 30 years old now. And that's definitely been well cared for. Nice dark rosewood board there. Haven't even done anything to it yet. It's already looking pretty good, so once again, excited to see what this looks like once it's done. There's some wear from normal play and stuff, but again, for its age, not too bad. Oh, there is that, yeah. Very excited to get another Firebird V in. I'm very excited to get this one set up. I have one last guitar to check out today. I feel like we've been ending a lot of the fresh finds this year with like one Martin, and And so this one will be no exception. Here we have a Martin 00028. It's a little different than your typical D28, of course. A little different than your typical Martin 000, but here you have it. Gorgeous rosewood back and sides here, so you'll love to see that. This one is in very nice shape, has been very well kept, and it sounds really, really great. So let's go throw a mic on it and see what it sounds like. Comparing the two acoustics we looked at today, both sound very different. I noticed with this Martin, I enjoy playing this one kind of a little bit lighter and letting the guitar do all the work, whereas the J160E, when you really dig in on that guitar, you kind of get the best of it out. So both very cool guitars, both do very different things, and I like them both for what they are. We've come to the end of another Fresh Finds. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to hang out with us today. Let me know down below in the comments what your favorite guitar was from this video. This one's definitely a tough one for me, as this is a lot of really choice stuff, but a lot of stuff that's like really my taste, so it's tough to pick a favorite, but it'd probably have to be actually the J160E. Obviously, much respect to the Beatles and John Lennon and everything that they have done for music, but I don't have like any particular affinity for the Beatles or their gear or whatever, and I just love that guitar for what it is, so I think that speaks volumes to how great of an instrument that one is. Whether you're a Beatles fan or you just like a guitar of that style, that one's definitely worth checking out. Honorable mention, if the SG90 was not stripped on the front like that and the whole thing was that sort of green, that would definitely be my favorite for the video. I hope you guys have enjoyed hanging out with us today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share the video, and all that good stuff, and we will see you in another video soon. Bye. We did it again. They said it. You don't need the extra B-roll or anything.